Hey, everybody, welcome back to our continuing coverage of the GAMA Trade Show 2017. We are here with a special guest, Mike Pondsmith. And if you don't know who Mike Pondsmith is, I'm going to allow him to introduce himself because this man has quite a history in this industry. Mike, thanks for being here, first of all.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
And we're going to let you do a little introduction of yourself, so let them know who you are and what you've done in the industry.
Okay, great. My name is Mike Pondsmith, and I'm the chief cook and bottle washer and occasional head designer of our Talsorian Games. We've been around for, as it surprises me sometimes, 30 bloody years doing this. We're known for primarily a game called Cyberpunk, which has the dubious reputation of having the most lethal combat system running around for many, many years. So if your character died, I'm the guy you have to write and scream at. Okay, so for a while we got sidetracked during the industry crashes and things like that. I took a quick respite. I had a kid to raise and stuff like that. And I went over to Microsoft and back into digital games, which oddly enough is where I started many, many years ago. And I've been working in digital for the last almost 15 years, off and on. But Talsorian's been kind of doing things in the back burner. We've been writing and designing and developing new things. About 4 years ago, we were approached by a really interesting group of Cyberpunk fans from Poland. Now, you understand, Cyberpunk is printed and has been licensed in like 9 editions, 9 different countries. Mm-hmm. And one of the most off-the-wall ones we had was a group that wanted to license it in Polish. And we said, oh yeah, that'll be 6 copies, right, okay. We had no idea that there were a lot of fans in Poland of Cyberpunk. As my friends over there now say, yeah, we had communism and we had Cyberpunk. So I guess that's good. I think. I'm not sure.
Half good, at least.
It's half good. Okay. Or was communism like Cyberpunk? I'm not sure. So they were Cyberpunk fans, and they called us up out of left field and said, hello, we want to do Cyberpunk. We want to do, a AAA title on Cyberpunk. And we went, well, it's, got 1 million people who have optioned it over the years and so like that, but we've never found someone who really can do it justice. They said, well, we did this thing, we want to send it to you. And they sent us a copy of Witcher 2, The Witcher. And we went, okay. And as my son likes to say, Witcher 2 is the only game that he's played through entirely twice. Nice. Which, when you consider the amount of content in Witcher, that's kind of frightening.
Oh, yeah.
And he'd probably play through Witcher 3 twice, but he's busy working, actually, on the Witcher tabletop RPG, which I'll give you guys a few more information on it in a bit.
Yeah.
So here are these guys in Poland. I go out to see them. I had been working at Microsoft for a while, and I was used to working with countries, and studios around the world. And I thought, yeah, it's going to be kind of a strange trip. And I got over, Poland's great. Poland is fun. Great food, great people. I like Poland. I'm not going to move there anytime soon. I have a house, but Poland is great. And the team is great. CDPR are committed, fun people with an incredibly dry sense of humor, and they really get the Cyberpunk thing.
Cool.
So they did that. Then they did Witcher 3, and suddenly it went from, yeah, I think these guys could do it, to, wow, these guys could do it. Now, the fun part was, at the time, they knew I had done a tabletop game, and that's what I'm primarily known for, is Cyberpunk, Mechton, a steampunk game called Castle Falkenstein, and a few other strange titles. But they didn't know that I actually worked in digital. So what happened was they realized about halfway through, and they went, wait, so you actually do this? And I said, yeah, I worked on Matrix Online, I know this stuff. So the result is, not only did we end up licensing with them, but we also ended up spending a ridiculous amount of time going back and forth to Poland, where I work with the team, which is really, really cool. So they actually let me show up and, work with them. We come up with stuff and we brainstorm, and we go between the studios, we figure out what they're going to do, and then a lot of them come out here and we have long sessions. So there's a very cooperative process going on, and I'm tickled pink because they let me play in the sandbox as well as letting them play in a sandbox.
So this is all going to ultimately translate into some new products, I'm assuming.
This is a new product, Cyberpunk 2077, which I cannot give you a due date on it, because if I did,
they said it was going to come out when it's done, right? That's what they said.
Yeah, a bunch of very scary Polish guys would come in right now and kill us all to keep the secret.
But they'll bring good food, though.
Yeah, they'll bring really good food, and beautiful women will shoot us down.
That's right.
But in the meantime, we will be doing 77 at one point. But Cyberpunk is in print, and we kind of got caught flat-footed because a lot of people suddenly started contacting us going, wow, we want to do this. We want to play Cyberpunk again. So we decided, it's kind of an interesting thing. I was kind of thinking, yeah, I'll stay in digital. And my son came to me after he graduated, and he said, Dad, I've been thinking about it. I want to start the company again. And I went, okay, I thought I'd gotten you out of that foolishness. And at the time, I was teaching at college, and I was teaching game design. So I said, oh, okay, so you're not going to college? He said, why do I need to go to game design college when you teach game design college? And I said, I just saved myself like $20,000 a year. Okay, nice. I'm good.
Okay.
So basically, he got in, and as it turned out, amusingly enough, he wanted to do Witcher. Okay. And on one of our trips over, he actually pitched for Witcher. And he's the one who got the contract. He's the one who got the deal, and on the strength of his design. And I went, maybe he did learn something.
Maybe something right, huh?
Maybe I have to start paying him now. So basically, that gave us kind of an impetus. And then my wife came back. She'd been business manager. She came back and said, yeah, I really miss going to conventions. I really miss hanging out with all of our friends. And you don't have that kind of camaraderie as much in digital gaming.
Right.
It's just too big.
Right.
The companies are enormous. A typical team I used to work with at Microsoft would be 200 people. And they'd all kind of wave, hi, Mike, because I was a lead. I'd pass through. But she got, kind of sad about it. We got thinking about it. Yeah, okay, that's two of us. And then people that we knew started coming out of the woodwork, and we began to reform the company. It was like getting a band back together again. So we are on the Talsorian Resurrection Tour.
Okay.
I'm not wearing the official tour T-shirt, but you wouldn't want to be near me with the smell on it now after how long I've been wearing it all weekend. But we
not
decided,
true, folks. Not true.
But
I'm getting the smell-o-vision, and he's fine.
Oh, okay. Thank God.
He's overstating it.
Yeah, well, at least I'm not overstinking. Anyway, so we decided to resurrect everything, and for the last year, we've been, we put new offices, new team together. We are doing a new version of Witcher. We are bringing back out Cyberpunk.
Okay.
We're going to be doing expanded and new Cyberpunk products as well, because everybody's champing at the bit to do that. We're also doing a new version of Mekton, which has been taking a lot longer because part of it is we discovered 20-year-old equipment needs upgrades, and that's kind of changed the process. But also, interestingly enough, another thing we discovered was that it really did need kind of shifts and upgrades to make it fit for what people know about anime now. Sure. There's a whole new world of anime out there. And we got a lot of new cute tools that we're using, printers and things like that. So we're doing a lot of new stuff.
So all of that's quite a bit of content. Like you said, getting the band back together.
Yeah. The band is back together.
The band is back together.
I'm playing bass.
There you go. Do you have any idea of the timeline for the rest of the year?
Timeline for the rest of the year. We should be seeing, if people want to go order Cyberpunk now, order Cyberpunk.
That's available.
That's available along with the entire line of Cyberpunk as well. It's never been out, but we're bringing back. It's available not only in hard copy form, but also in digital forms as well.
Okay, there you go.
We are also bringing up new design stuff for that as well, and we're hoping like a few months. We're going to be completing Kickstarter, and then we're basically going to be doing some revamp on Mekton.
Okay.
Both the old game has not disappeared, but we're going to be upgrading it to fit into some of the new technologies, as well as this new opening one we're doing called Mekton Zero.
Okay.
And then Witcher, I would love to tell you the timeline on it, but the same,
they're going to come get us if we say
exactly.
too much.
Cody, my son who's writing it, is always looking over his shoulder because someone will say, so, when are you doing this? I really want it. I can't tell you. And he looks haunted.
Well, you mentioned Kickstarter. Is that coming to Kickstarter soon or on there now? When is that?
It was on a Kickstarter, and part of it is I spend way too much time in Poland right now.
Okay.
So it's delaying things a bit, but we're getting there. In fact, it's in editing right now.
Okay.
So we're also going to be doing a whole line of figures, which is going to be also finally I can get figures done.
Very cool.
So this is going to be a good thing.
Well, great. Good talking to you, Mike.
Yeah.
I appreciate you coming on.
Well, thank you for
telling
having
some
me.
fun stories, getting the band back together
again.
and getting some product out there. So go get into these games if you've never played them. If you just feel like revisiting them, it sounds like now is the time.
Cyberpunk is coming back,
There
baby.
you go. Good talking to you.
Okay, good talking to you.
Thanks very much.
Thanks.
And thanks, folks, for tuning in. We'll see you real
Talk to
soon.
you later.